for Echosmith. Sydney, join me.
Can you see me? Yes?
Technology at its finest.
It worked. It worked.
It worked.
I'm a minute late. I was drinking water, but cheers. It's
That
out.
was a long glass of water.
I got really heated during that YouTube thing. That was a lot of commenting.
Man, there was a moment where I just couldn't, like, it was just, I was like, guys, I don't know if I can keep up with this.
I feel a little like shaky now, because I was really trying to keep up and read everything. Everyone was
Hey,
so
but
nice.
you're over on the left coast though, so you can't feel shaky. It's only 9 o'clock there. Some of us, like it's 11 here. Some of us are midnighters
sleepy.
right now. Look, there's 1,500 people on this thread, and I bet a good portion of them are midnight.
Staying up. And there's people in all places, so they could be really staying up. So thanks, guys.
You're right. You're right. This could be like 3 a.m. for some of them. That's
true. Those are troopers, and I'm already tired, and it's 9 o'clock. I don't know. But I'm excited. It's out.
You're a married woman now, so that's what happens.
I know. Yeah, and I'm just a boring 22-year-old, you know? But it's okay. It's fun.
All right, should we ask the people a few questions?
Yes.
Hey, first of all, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, go for it. Shoot. How'd
you feel about it? Because I haven't talked to you since, like, because it's been such a mad dash to the finish line. We've texted about the version. But how did you feel about it in the end?
I loved it. It turned out great. So for you guys, you don't know this because it literally just came out. But Joel actually basically directed this whole thing. So that was really cool. So we kind of did this all super together. A very team effort. But I love how it turned out. I think it was so easy for a music video, you know? But it just looked so great. And throwing all the things off the table, Joel was yelling, he's like, throw it harder. And I was like, okay. I felt so guilty for everyone's stuff that I threw. But it looked great. So I was really good.
It looked good. We might have sped it up a bit to give it a bit more intensity, but it looked really good.
Okay. I did wonder. I was like, wow, was I that good of a thrower? But yeah, maybe not.
Yeah.
I'll work on being more angry next video. But
hey, tell them super quick, because I want to tell them about the Timbaland thing, but because you guys are on here first, I want to kind of, because, you know, obviously we've got our album version that's released. Tell them just quickly about how you heard the song and that whole story, because no one really knows yet. This is the first time we've shared it.
Yeah, and it all happened so fast. So I originally heard their version, your album version. I'm like half talking to you and the other people. So I originally heard the original version, I guess probably 4 months ago or so. And my dad actually showed it to me, and he was like, this song is amazing. I wish I wrote it. And for a songwriter, that's like the best compliment. And I don't know, I was just kind of floored when I heard the original, and I just was so moved in a personal way, because it's very honest and very vulnerable, which I think all of us can relate to in so many different ways, no matter what situation you're in. So for me, I really related to it. And then you already knew my dad, you and your wife, Mariah.
Well, I didn't know him. I'd never met him, actually.
Wait, you met him for the first time?
No, I met him for the first time that day. So Mariah, my wife, obviously knew him.
Right.
And I was just kind of tagging along at the meeting. That's what was ironic. I was just kind of there. Okay. And then
I thought you guys were like old friends. How come I didn't know this?
Isn't that crazy? Yeah.
Okay, so you guys had met, and they were hanging out at our house, and I didn't even get to meet you guys, and I just heard that you were hanging out, and that you guys had all these different versions of God Only Knows, which I already, like I said, loved the original. And then I somehow got to hear the Timbaland remix. I was like, oh my gosh, this is epic. Yeah. And I basically told my dad, I was like, if they would let me sing on this, I'll sing on it tomorrow. And that's essentially what happened. And I sang like 3 days later. Literally, I mean, yeah, I sang as soon as I could. And yeah, they were nice enough to let me sing on their song. So I was just really, I don't know, honored to sing on something that I really loved already in a really natural way. And I think that's honestly like the coolest and most natural collaboration. You know, that's how it should be.
Yeah, I agree. And I might say you nailed it. Like, it's so good. Now, I think the word I've been using a lot is providence. There's such a providence, the way that they're providential, the way that this whole thing happened. And this song, I've always felt like there needed to be a feminine woman, lady presence on it. And so I feel like you kind of harnessing that was beautiful. And just a little backstory for everyone on the Timbaland side. So we've been talking to Timbaland for about the last year about coming on and doing either a remix or something. And he's in this really cool place in life of, like, if you go to his Instagram, he's like getting healthy and he's posting a lot about God.
Hey, he's going on a lot of runs, I noticed. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and so it just was this beautiful thing. We sent him the song, and him and his crew were like, hey, this is awesome. So he threw down the beat and kind of the shift in the production, and then obviously Sydney heard it, and it kind of came together in this wonderful symphony. And then this music video that some of you just saw. Yep. Like I said earlier, it happened we shot it on last Saturday in California. Mitchell Schlepper, who directed it.
Is he there?
He's not with me.
Somebody else. Okay.
No. Kyle's here, but I'll tell him. So he filmed it, edited it, turned it in like 4 days, and then here we are, and it's out on the World Wide Web, premiered on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Hey, someone said in the comments, I just read, they said, Sydney, you're too nice and sweet to look so intense and pensive on the music video.
That's nice. That's a good compliment. But I don't look like the person who would normally be mean or mad like that. So thank you to whoever said that. It was kind of hard it takes a lot to get me, you know, feeling a certain way like that. But
my favorite moment is that slow when the camera goes to the mirror and it just slowly pulls in on the mirror. That, to me, you captured all of the layers of what the kind of the sentiment of the song is about. I thought it was a special moment.
Well, thank you. I had a great director helping me out, telling me to
Mitchell
feel
Schlepper.
all the reasons.
Mitchell Schlepper. So tell me this, in your mind, just to tell the people here, we only have a minute or two more. In your mind, from your performance and from the song in general, I'm interested to know, because I've lived with this song for a long time now. What do you want people to take away from it?
That's a really good question. There are a lot of things that I want people to take away from this song. But yeah, especially now that I'm part of it with you, I really just want people to feel like they're not alone, because I think that's one of the biggest problems that, I deal with, you know, with whatever I'm going through, whether it's anxiety or feeling really, really bummed out or whatever it is. It does make such a difference if you know that somebody else is going through that and talking about it. And having a whole song about going through a really hard time, but, you know, there being hope and somebody cares about you and somebody does love you and they're looking out for you. That's amazing. And I think we all need that reminder. So I hope that people really feel that with the song more than anything, because you'll hear it in the lyrics, but I think you can really feel it. You can just feel the message through it. So I just hope that people feel a little better about their situation as it is. And yeah, I guess that's it. Is that good?
That's good. That's really good. Hey, before we go, we should just take a few questions.
Yes.
From.
Have you been able to see any of them? They're so fast.
Some of them are just very upset and my brother's going to be very upset because the Raptors just won.
Oh, I saw that. What sport are we talking about?
Basketball. They play basketball. Raptors play basketball. They're in Jurassic Park, and they also are a basketball team.
Right. That's what I thought at first, but I'll take basketball.
Yeah. So questions, people. Questions from you on this before we go on this late hour, particularly for me, less so for Sydney in LA. But
just getting going.
Let's see. What's your favorite part of singing with Echosmith?
Aww.
Oh, I get to answer this one.
Okay.
My favorite part of singing with Echosmith was the fact that we actually never, well, this is not my favorite part. The sad part is we never got to sing physically together. Well, until that show.
Yeah, on stage.
So my favorite part was singing live with Echosmith. And my second favorite part about the recording was having, like I said, just a lady, a strong woman represented in the song. I think it was very important for the song. Oh, here's another one, Sydney. You can take this one. Will you be at a concert together?
Yes, right? I mean, we already did it once.
We already did one. We might need to talk about that. We need to talk to our guys. We have mutual dadages. So her dad manages her, and her brothers. My dad manages me and my brother.
I know, it's supposed to be all families coming together, which is also why this is a cool collab, by the way, because we can just be all family friends, which doesn't happen a lot in music. So I like that we get this too.
Oh, I like this. This is from Abigail.
Okay.
What touched you most about the song, or this is great. What lyric hits you the most about the song? Putting you on the spot.
And then you have to say one too. Oh, geez, that's yeah, that's a hard question. What I think of immediately, of course, also because I'm singing these lines. But you keep a cover over every single secret, so afraid if someone saw them, they would leave. Because that unconditional love that we know from God, and if we're lucky enough from somebody else in the human flesh, is so special and so rare. And I think it's really easy to forget that that's how it works. So that one hits me. What's your favorite lyric out of your song?
My favorite lyric is, "And the ones to blame." So it goes for the lonely, for the ashamed, the misunderstood, and the ones to blame. I mean, that whole bridge I always resonated with, but I feel like we crucify our oppressors, and sometimes we're all broken, right, in different ways. And that's not to say people shouldn't be held accountable. That's not to say they shouldn't, whether it's legal punishment or whatever else for negative actions. But we're all not beyond redemption. We're all, even the ones that have done this thing, there is still the possibility for healing and growth. And so the ones to blame is always, I was always very proud of that lyric because there's a nice turn in it for me. Hey, my wife is on here. Sydney.
Mariah!
She just said she loves me. And she said she loves you.
She loves me too. But she loves you more. That's okay.
Yeah,
that's the way to be. I'm okay with that. But I love you too, Mariah.
Hi, darling.
Soon.
Hang on. You got to say hello. Everyone's got to say hello to Mary. I got to show this to Mariah and to you, Sydney, and to everyone.
Oh, it's so cute.
She's actually kind of moping because Mariah's gone. She's in Miami. And
she's blending in with the couch. She's that sad.
Yeah, so she blends in pretty well. Mariah says she has FOMO of missing out.
Aww.
Well, that's
I
what
was going to ask if she was just in another room joining the live.
And she misses Merriweather. All right, last question. And
one
then
more. I'll let
we're
you
going to
search.
jump off.
Can't read so many during the YouTube thing.
Let's see. Do we have Great Danes are my favorite? No, we don't have any questions there.
Where will the collab be? That'll be on everything, correct? Apple Music?
Oh, that's good. Yes.
Spotify,
that's a great final question. The collaboration will be everywhere. Although I think iTunes is actually going away, just in general. So
that's right.
Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, YouTube, all of it. It's going to be there.
Yes. So make sure you watch it, listen, share with your friends, because this is a really important message of all things. But we're really excited that we could do this together. And
we are. Sydney, thank you for tuning in with us.
Of course. Should we take a screenshot before we go?
Yes, good idea. You're a bit blurry, but yes.
Oh, you're blurry.
Let me try and take one with Merriweather as well.
Yeah, let's get the dog in on it. Okay, guys, commenting. You might be in it.
Oh, we got it. It's good.
Yay! Oh, you guys are amazing. Thanks for joining us at such a late hour for some of you.
See you, Sid.
See you later. Bye, guys.
Okay, I might have removed Echo Sydney, just for a moment, just so I could add one or two of you before I go, because this is my favorite part. But it's not doing it. Sent your request to be live video. View. I'm trying to hit the request button, guys, but it's not cooperating with me, unfortunately. So this might have to be. Oh. Any ideas, Kyle? Yeah, guys, the spirit is willing. I wanted to. I wonder if I exit out super quick. Like if I exit out of the app, will it sign me off if I do that?
Try that one. Why it's not doing it?
No.
You have to start that live, I think.
So. Yeah, guys, sad day. I very much wanted to add one or two of you and say good day on this, but it doesn't look like the button is functioning, unfortunately. So, and that's a picture of my table. Until we meet again, we will do this one other time. Well, many other times. But guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for staying up so late. Thank you for your love and support of Echosmith in Sydney, and for all your questions. And until we see you at a show or on social media sometime soon, sayonara, bless you, love each other well, reach across the aisle, love those that are different from you well, look out for those that are lonely around you. It's always a bit of a subtle thing, and if you're lonely, tell someone. Isolation is an awful thing. And that's kind of what we take away. And that's what the hope with God on the Nose in general and all these different versions is to put a magnifying glass on people's loneliness. And yeah, good night, you all. Thank you.